used to be when you go to a meeting like this and somebody pulled out their phone that you thought they might be texting. But I'll tell you, I'm often checking my calendar to see if I can attend the event that was just mentioned. I'm often tweeting something that the guest speaker just said. Jody Sfager has started doing this. All of you with smartphones can do this for us, and we'll show you how to do it online, how to become a friend on Facebook or Twitter or wherever. And if you tag your own business, you'd be promoting your own business at the same time. So being professional, leaving technology for a minute, being professional means that we also have a backup person for all key positions in the club. Now that the club is growing, we have that type of capability. This creates bench strength, ensures functionality, and fosters leadership succession. Your new president has a backup. His name is President-elect Michael O'Shaughnessy, and I'm going to be counting on you this year, sir. Thank you. Our resident technology expert, Tom Geith, now has a backup in Sam Abu-Hamdan. I've asked Kevin and Ian to find out backups for themselves. Every member has to be late or miss once in a while, and we give visitors a terrible first impression when one or both of these guys are missing at the beginning of the club luncheon, which is noon. That table is our cash register, and it must be properly attended. They're working on finding somebody to stand in for them in the event that they can't be here. I've been working on this one for a little while, John, unbeknownst to you. Program Chair John Buckert, ladies and gentlemen, is working alone for a year. Please explain to me how this is even happening. John shouldn't be working alone on programs. Some clubs have a program chair, an AV specialist, and another person to publicize the event. We've been asking John to do all three, and he's starting his own law practice. Is that fair to John? So why don't we get in line to help him and assemble a committee? And by the way, John, this all begins with you asking for help. Sir. Our Sergeant Guy Cicerone and Membership Chair Michael O'Shaughnessy have done a fantastic job during the last 2 or 3 years, and I've asked each of them to replace themselves. They've agreed. They've served us well, and we can't ask them to serve us in other ways until they move on from this old responsibility that they've clearly mastered. So thank you guys. How about Roger Webster in the back of the room? Roger's 39, celebrating his 39th birthday this week, as you already learned. And he's a quiet hero in our club, as is John Munoz, because they come to our club every day, and at every single meeting they do something. You know, if everybody in this club did something every time they came to lunch, we'd be on top of the universe. But some of us just come and eat lunch. And maybe we can improve on that this year. Roger sets up and disassembles our room 51 weeks a year. I think that's amazing. No one's asked him to do it as far as I know, and nobody ever has to tell him to do it. He just does it. John grabs the basket and sells 50 tickets at every event he attends. He's not here today, otherwise I'd be able to acknowledge him personally. So these guys just see something that needs to be done, and they do it. So how will we know if we're successful in the next 12 months? Well, my scorecard is your scorecard. Here are some ways that we'll know we can celebrate in 12 months. First, we will have earned what's called the Presidential Citation. It's the highest honor that can be bestowed upon a club. President Mark Mullen arranged it for us last year. My pledge is to do everything that we can to arrange it for you again this year. If we succeed in membership, we will have 88 members by June 30th of 2013. We have 44 members now, and all of you are expected to bring in a new member. Some of you will say that can't be done, and yet we're bringing in 3.6 members, because we would have to bring in 3.6 members per month to get that done. In our first month, we're going to install 4 to 6 members on August 8th. You still telling me it can't be done? Granted, that's 1 month in a row, but we're on a roll. This year we'll know we're successful if we raise $40,000, which is our target, to make it the biggest fundraising year for Troy Rotary in more than a decade. Not bad for a club whose board of directors has recently had to deny our request for $150 because we didn't have the friggin' money. If we're successful in the next 12 months, we'll have 100% participation in every Rotarian every year. This means that each of us would give just $100 to the Rotary Foundation. Dave Donellan is introducing a new initiative where each of us can pay only $25 a quarter and achieve that goal. And if you want to, we can break it down per week and per day. What did we say the per day was, or per week?
20 cents a day.
20 cents a day.
20 cents a week, I'm sorry.
20 cents a week. So if you want, we can bill you 20 cents a week to get it done. You just tell us how this would work out best for you, but we want to have full participation in every Rotarian every year. I'd like to see all of our members be participating in the Rotary Bequest Society, and this is an interesting way to give, where you donate $1,000 upon your death. Now, you'll never miss this money. $1,000 upon your death, and you just pledge it now. You get a pin, right, and you get a designation, right, Dave?
Yes.
And it's done, man, it's done. It's a beautiful thing, and this is how we become playmakers every single year, even after we're gone for Rotary. We'll also know if we're successful if our online following grows. I'd like to see 500 Facebook likes by June 30th of 2013. This will not be difficult, especially if we get a lot of members to sign up, people to like it, after a few drinks at the Viva La Vino event. We'll get them to sign up multiple times after a few drinks at the Viva La Vino event. We're asking active committees to establish sustainable programs such as the Scholarship and Troy Educator of the Year. Scholarships are happening on July 15. That's a good day to attend. And on August 22nd, I think, John, we're having the Troy Educator of the Year. That's the day that Barbara Fowler, the superintendent of schools, will be speaking. And it's always a great day to have all those teachers in here. Very happy to get that award. The Turkey Trot is currently run by Mark Bucci, who does a fabulous job. Mark is not here today to be recognized, but we'll be hearing from him more at Thanksgiving. As if I didn't have enough going on, our district governor asked me a few months ago to look after the public image of the district. I told him, Don, I'm not sure I can do the good job on that. I'm president of the club this year. He just looked at me. He didn't respond. He just looked at me. I said, did you hear me, Don? He said, yeah, I heard you. I said, I'll do it. He said, great. It occurred to me it's not all that much work because the district's public image is also our public image. And the public is watching us with District Governor Don as a member of our club. So this is a huge opportunity for us to get more from Rotary by interfacing more with members of the district. And I hope you join me for one of my upcoming visits to one of the neighboring clubs. Also, we're planning to get together a foursome or two for the Rochester Club golf outing. Mr. Waldron, I found out today you're a pretty good golfer. Is that true?
Who'd you hear it from?
I heard it from a reliable source that you're a good golfer. So we're gonna recruit you as our ringer for that golf outing. We'll let you know more about the date. So it's you know, I teach presentation skills. It's really what I'm known for, and every good presentation has a call to action. And this presentation is no different. So in summary, I'm asking all of you to do things for the club this year. Some of the things will be easy, like doing a better job at greeting members that come in the door to visit. Some of the things I ask you to do will be more involved, such as writing a grant. It's something that Dave Donnellan and past President Sharon Lewis are really good at. All of you should find these tasks are in some way fun or rewarding, or perhaps you are a member of the wrong club. These are meant to be fun things to do. So it's been said that there are two basic types of Rotarians, those that write checks and those that actually do stuff. Please choose which Rotarian you would like to be and get started today. When you do both, write the occasional check and volunteer for an office or committee, I promise that that feeling of accomplishment will be fantastic. I've experienced it. In conclusion, I think I've talked about as long as it seems. That was a lot funnier in rehearsal. Being the president is a position of privilege because although our club is governed by the board of directors and guided by the opinions of individual members, for the next 12 months I get to hold the steering wheel and maybe yield a bit of influence from this podium. I want to be in a club of volunteers where members say yes more often than they say no. I want to be in a club where members do more than just attend lunches and write checks. I want to be in a club that is high on productivity and low on drama. Maybe you do too. So let's be that club. We live and work in one of Michigan's great cities and in the greatest country in the world. Troy Rotary deserves our best. I'm asking you to give Troy Rotary your best. Thank you for everything that you've done and everything that you're about to do. you.